Ain't no stress affecting my presence, but sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Present now. Present. Come out.
Says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you're looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck floor? It's about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. But don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We're gonna tap, light that fire. We're gonna crank that country. Pass that, get thirsty. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Well, it's about to get dirty.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Vikings are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Texans, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, in 2 years' time, it will host Super Bowl 52. You get a look inside the impressive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So a fantastic effort by Murray, a kid born in Orlando, went to high school in New York, but came back to Orlando to go to Central Florida. You're from Orlando, Mr. Davis.
Yes, I am, and actually grew up in New York State as well, so I knew I liked this young man. And the stock and trade for him, speed. Give him some open space, and he can blaze a trail.
On first down, Murray. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run.
Dagger!
A toss to Murray. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jonathan Joseph goes under the radar a little bit as one of the better cover corners in the league, but his team knows his value. He can lock up good receivers.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Hey.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. That was second down run for Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Get ready. Way 90. Way 90.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Trey Waynes is a very aggressive cover corner player, learning how to add off coverage to his game.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. They go with Murray again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run it left side with Murray. About 3 yards there to the 27. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Dagger.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's go.
Again, it's Murray. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Bridgewater. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen for Miller. Whoosh. Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 79 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it, and we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Man, this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And some space here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, a big-time pickup for the Texans.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Brief break in the action here. More from Minneapolis after this. back to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On second down, here's Miller. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! Watching now, Marty!
He'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on fourth.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Miller, the lone setback. Looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Set! Green 19!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go! 1-9!
Now Miller will take the direct snap. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Set. Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Jay Prosch. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Miller. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Get ready. Wait,
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Get ready. Fourth.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Dagger. Let's go.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Get ready!
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He finds his target, Fuller. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Detroit! Set!
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Blue line. Now look at 56.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an offset eye. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So a fumble on 2nd down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up 3rd. Miller, the lone setback. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Strong grabs it over the middle. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Murray, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On third down, Murray. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Murray. Yep. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Now Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. McKinnon. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Offense lining up 1st and 10.
Get ready. Let's go. Tiger.
And the play clock's running down. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run with Murray. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Toss play to McKinnon. Oh, look at the juke. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is Murray. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. J.J. Watt there on the tackle for a loss. Of course, last year's Defensive Player of the Year.
And we love saying his name, don't we? J.J. Watt. How about all that production, too? 29 tackles for loss in 2015.
And 2nd place only had 23. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the eye. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for the Vikings, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption.